do it.
Welcome back to CrossCourt Conversations. What is it? Episode 34.
Yeah, man. You know, when it's like your 30th birthday, right? You just stop counting after a while, man. You're just like, man, forget it. We've been around for a bit now, man. We stopped counting.
Yeah, that's 34 too many episodes already.
Yeah, 34.
That's like 34, multiply that by 2, and it's like 60, 70, close to 70, more than 70 beers for me for all those episodes.
Hey, for sure, man.
Well, so welcome back. Like we said, episode 34, season 2. This is pre 2021 Labor Day pre-show hot seat. I guess I don't know what to call it.
Definitely the hot seat. We got to answer some questions.
We just gonna talk some shit.
Stir it up a little bit, right?
Stir it up, man. Stir it up. No, we're just here to give our opinions, whatever that's worth, whatever content we can offer. Yeah, we'll try to give our opinions on. Let's see, we got Nachine.
Did I freeze or did you freeze? Okay, I think you're good now.
Okay. So we're gonna try to cover as much as we can. Obviously, Oshkosh. I think they got close to 60 teams total for women's volleyball and men's, and then I don't know, like close to 20. I forget how many flag football and all that.
Yeah.
But and then obviously there's the Minnesota one. I think they got like 24 or 25 teams for men's. I forget how many women's.
For which tournament is this? For Minnesota?
Yeah.
For what are we looking at? For the women's?
Yeah, women's.
Or the team is pretty packed up too, man.
19 teams. Yeah, 19 teams.
Yep.
And then whatchamacallit, the Fresno one ran by Nachine, what's his face? Alan. Alan and
what you talking about, man? That's the MVP of the league.
What's his face? That young guy. Alan and his team over there. I think they got like 19 teams, I think, for men's. I don't think they have a lot of women's over there.
Yeah, I think I saw 2 on the list.
I'm not sure why, but but regardless, we'll try to cover all 3 of those. I know there's probably like an NC one and whatnot, but I don't know. Hey, hit 20 teams first. Or hit 15 teams first. No, I'm just kidding.
But before we get started, right? Yeah. Hey, we also want to give a big shout out to all of our supporters, right? We actually reached 1K followers, man. At one point, we were just happy at 300, dude. Like, who wants to listen to all this BS, man? So, much love to all of our supporters, and continue supporting this this page, this channel. As you can see by some of our recent posts, we're trying to branch out and give you guys different variety. I know that on the 19th we're going to be talking to some of the players from the Hmong flag football, from the team Villagers, and we also got some young folks, some Hmong student athletes who's going to come on and share their story on the 11th as well too. So we're also doing that as well too. So it's all about just inspiring everyone, just getting out there, being active, competing, because we all understand that sports, it's hard work when you play sports, man. It's a lot of dedication. So we want to recognize everybody from across the country, and we're trying, and then whatever we didn't do, whatever improvement we need, we'll work on that too. If we didn't
whatever you guys think that we can improve on, keep that shit to yourself, okay? Keep that shit to yourself. No, but honestly, hit us up. Like Will said, comments, whatever, comment section, whatever.
Yes, there's always room for improvement, man.
Yeah.
So, and we're looking forward to our future guests as well. We have a variety on, and just I thought we'd be done, like I said, in every show, or recently, man. I thought we'd be done by like show 5 or something.
Yeah.
But here we are.
I didn't think. I wish we were done at like our 5th show.
Yeah. But you know what? These stories, man, they really inspire me. I don't know how our viewers are, but these stories, like each story has like, some significance to it. Like you could take bits and pieces from everybody, and if you're smart, you take bits and pieces from every player and put it to use, put it to work.
Yeah. No, but for real, I feel like me personally, I feel like I owe this to all the OGs that that came before me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because like I would be nothing, like nowhere. I would have no basis, no nothing. You know what I mean? Without those guys putting in the work and all that. So I feel like I owe this to them. Like I owe to shine some type of light on their hard work and what they did. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Yes.
But hey, before we start with all the questions and whatnot, big ups to Will, man. Hey, hey, I'm gonna let y'all know, all our audience, he does all the work, man. He does all the work. Hey, I don't. The only time I do anything CrossCourt is when I come on. That's it. After that, I slam my laptop and just that's it, man. Everything else is all Will, man. Big ups to him for getting us to 1,000 followers, man. But hey, 1,000 followers on Instagram and YouTube too. Okay, so go follow us. Those platforms too. But big ups to Will. Without his hard work, I don't think I don't think we would be at 1,000 followers. So chug, bro. You got to chug.
Don't worry, man. We got all this weekend, dude. Well, hey, I appreciate it too, man. It's a partnership, so it's both me and you. So it's like this is like a little project that I encourage all brothers. Do something together. You'll build a stronger relationship together. So I mean, when brothers or a family do something, right? It's either it's gonna work really well where they're gonna stick together, or it's gonna fuck everything up where they fucking like go their own way, man. There's nothing in between. So I mean, so far, we connected. We built this bond. I know that I live away for a while. I've been away for a while, so this is actually connecting us even stronger. So.
Yeah, no, that's dope. With that being said, you want to get into it?
All right, let's get into the questions, man. We got some pressing questions that we came up with, and we just want to throw it all out there, man. Lay it on the line. So let's do it. We'll get to you guys' comments and questions in a little bit. I already see a couple guys commenting and questioning, so we'll get to you guys. Don't worry about it. So let's start it off. Let's go. So, Pheng, what are some storylines that you are going to follow this Labor Day, man? Like, it could be in Fresno, it could be in Oshkosh, it could be in Minnesota. What are some storylines that you are going to follow?
Storyline number 1 is, am I even going to show up to any of these tournaments? No.
This dude's like, where's Waldo, man? Where's Waldo?
Yeah, I think definitely. Let's start with Cali. Let's start with Fresno. I kind of want to see what Phantom does. Phantom, definitely. I want to see how they do. That's number 1 storyline there. In Minnesota, I want to see if Angel of the Middle for Dead Presidents.
Okay. Right.
I want to see if he plays.
I'm not sure who she's rolling with this tournament, but individually, right?
Yeah. I want to see if she plays and if she can kind of cement
Dominance.
her dominance. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe take over the top spot, right? Because I think some of the top females right now I believe it's going to be Ka, right? Ka would be like the top player right now.
Yeah,
If she could be up there.
I would say it's still Ka.
Yeah.
And then obviously Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
But after seeing her in Warsaw, I kind of want to see her again. I don't know who she's gonna play with.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely want to see how she does. And then also in Minnesota, I want to see. Let me kind of create some context here.
Okay.
Well, was it past weekend? I was at Rob's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I tried to play.
he retired.
Yeah. But I saw their Cali Slayer team.
Mm-hmm.
It shows a lot of promise. They have all the pieces, but in terms of chemistry, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I did see Caliber play.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I haven't seen volleyball like for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I follow the sport,
Right.
but I haven't seen it in person for a long time.
Right.
And seeing Caliber's right side,
Nujai.
yeah, Nujai,
Yeah.
man, dude,
He's a beast.
he's different, man. He's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, if that team could, I think he's kind of climbed that next level. If that team collectively can climb, with him, I think they'll be a team to watch for. So I'm watching for them. Outlaws did pretty good, man. I saw them play. They're very consistent. And they kind of just play within themselves, they don't let anybody kind of get to them, or they don't get to themselves. They just kind of play kind of steady, you know what I mean? But I like to see them kind of create that gear, I mean, like we're gonna pull away, like we're better than you, kind of that gear, you know what I mean? But the team that I was most impressed with was MDY. So I really would like to see them how they do on this tournament.
Can you press on that a little bit? What did you specifically see from them that was kind of different?
The maturity of Shinobi and Justin.
Yeah.
I was talking with Andy, and like I was telling him, those two guys at any tournament are arguably the top athletes at that tournament. Any tournament.
Yeah, they could jump out of the gym, man.
Yeah, any tournament. Like you give me any tournament. Whether it be basketball tournament, football tournament, like I don't care. Like any tournament, arguably the best athletes there. But those two guys are kind of coming into their own. They're kind of like they're carrying. I think they finally realize like this team kind of goes as we go. You know what I mean? So they're kind of carrying that weight. The only thing I'm concerned about is getting overused. You know what I mean? Because they play the middle, so they block every ball, they run every fake, and then when it comes crucial ball, they got to kill it themselves. So that I only say that because I've been there before. You know what I mean? And it did not work out well for me. You know what I mean? So
so maybe like the supporting cast probably needs to like step up.
Yeah, well, just I'm not gonna say step up per se. I'll just say, just find your rhythm. You know what I mean?
Okay.
These two guys are gonna be there. Just find your rhythm within that whatever you guys have right there. You know what I mean? Like those two guys are gonna be hustling and busting their ass. You know what I mean? So you got to find your rhythm, find your place, and just kind of try to relieve them. You know what I mean? So, and then yeah, I mean, having Andy back, I know that yeah, I think just having his presence makes a difference.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, I just in my opinion, I think Calvin is a lot better setter. Not a lot, but I'll say he's a better setter. But this team, the way they're built right now, I think they need Andy to set for them because Andy's more vocal. Kelvin Jungle, Kelvin, he's more like everybody's age, or he could be even younger. I'm not sure.
Right.
Whatever, comment on in the comment section if you guys know.
Right.
But he may be younger, so he might be a little bit more reluctant to kind of like, hey, yo, like step up. You know what I mean? But Andy's kind of the older brother to everybody, so he's like he puts everybody in their places. He's the most vocal, and I think
he kind of organizes the team.
Once
he's in there, everyone's kind of like they know their role and they know what they need to do.
And like they don't like fight each other. You know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, like we just got to come through. You know what I mean? They hold each other accountable. But that is the team that I would like, or that's the storyline that I like to see in Minnesota. Actually, Oshkosh. I know Brandon from squad. I know he's bringing a team. I don't know who he's bringing.
Right. They're usually pretty stacked though. It's like whenever they come, they should be stacked.
Yeah. They usually like playing with each other and like traveling with each other. Like at least 4 guys. You know what I mean? So I would say like the core of squad. Maybe the setter Cam, maybe the other big hitter, the taller guy. I forget his name. Maybe the middle hitter, but I don't know. But
we'll see.
We'll see.
See who shows up.
Yeah, I like to see how they play. Obviously KO, and then Block Party.
You know what we need to do with like the teams? Like seriously, man, they need like list their roster and stuff, man, so we can look through it and then make some picks or something, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at least the starting players, at least.
That would help.
Yeah. For us, at least.
Yeah.
I know it's a pain, but
yeah, and Block Party. Are they listed as Block Party? I don't know.
I saw Block Party as well too.
Yeah, them. I know they are gonna have majority of the guys that they played that last July 4th with.
Right.
So that's gonna be exciting to watch.
Yeah.
On the women's side in Wisconsin, shoot.
There's so many new teams. I'm looking for maybe Kim's team. See how Kim does.
Yeah. If she plays, I know she's right. I think she said she's in Indiana. I don't know.
She said she's gonna come out to Wisconsin and play this tournament.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's Kim's team.
Yeah. So
see how they do.
Definitely, I want to see how how she plays and she can kind of carry the torch. Other than that, I don't know any of these teams for women's. I kind of want to see.
I wonder if that lacrosse mixed with Appleton team is there. I don't know. They switched their name up.
Yeah,
I think it was Heat Wave. I think they switched it out. So I wonder if that young team is
there is a team. There is a team Lax that's registered.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's them or not.
Right.
But regardless, regardless if I know whoever's on the team, I like to see who comes out from the
Right.
women's, you know, just so we can at least try to shine a spotlight and then try to capture that team and capture the faces, you know what I mean? So
definitely.
So yeah, those are my storylines. I know I went off like 10 minutes.
All right, let's look at some of this if we made any mistakes or whatever first, man. So let's go. Danny said Danny asked which Labor Day tournament would you say
mute that guy. Mute
played? Danny, Pheng. Okay, Danny said Pheng. Which Labor Day tourney would you say you play your best? So we're talking about years. So I don't know if you remember the year, man.
My best
run that you guys made.
I think the best run was when we lost to KO in the semifinals.
Yeah.
I forget what year that was, but I think we took them 3 games. I think the last game, I think we were down like 13 to like 8 or whatever. And I think I must have jump surfed like 4 straight or something like that, caught up, and then eventually lost. But I was never great, you know, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
He said your best, man. So whatever your best is, bro, you don't need to compare yourself, man.
Yeah, no, that would be like, that would be my freshest memory, you know.
Okay.
But even when we play like as all conference, our first, you know, version of it, we weren't even that good, dude. You know what I mean?
Solid.
Yeah, we were just solid, but we were young and, you know, but I think that was like our second version of all conference when Kia with us, like the first year Kia played with us, and Kia and I were hitting outside. But I think we had KO, like it was like right there, you know. It's like, yeah, like I said, man, sometimes you just gotta let them win, you know what I mean? Like,
give them a little heart, man.
Yeah. No, they had a good squad that year too, because they had B, KO, Ylang Hua, Xiong. So they, man, dude, odds were stacked against us. We shouldn't even be in that position. You know what I mean? Like, the hell. So I went back to serve. I was like, man, why the fuck am I in this position? You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I'm gonna just well on these jump serves.
They're like the warriors.
Yeah.
So, all right, meaning Pheng needs to drink less and help Will more, right? Roger?
Help in terms of what?
I think there's the whole platform, I believe.
Oh.
I think Pheng's here for Pheng's beautiful face. This is getting all the fans, man.
This is the only time I drink, though. They don't even know.
He's lying, man. He's lying. Shaw said, but they got shut down by BH. Who's that? Probably MDY. Black Hyena. I don't know about that.
How you shut a team down, but you lost, dude?
You cannot shut anyone down. You're gonna contain them, but
come on,
says BH just gave them the game. Well, you know, thanks for giving them the game, then, man. Next time, lesson learned. BH, don't give anybody any games, man. Hopefully, you guys can grow from there.
Who said that?
Shua Wang. I don't know. Shua.
Oh Wang. Yeah. Okay, that's lucky up.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
don't give anyone the games.
I think I saw the pool play. I think it was a rally. I think they had the lead in both games, but that's a sign of a immature team, and it's a sign of a mature team. Right. You know what I mean? So when you win, it's like, yeah, man, it was so easy. when you lose, it's like, man, yeah, we gave them that game. So it's like, you get what I'm saying? Like you got to take it either way, man. You know what I mean? Like, just like, you know, me saying, hey, man, like we should never be there.
Learning lesson
Against KO, man. Like they're you just got to give them their props, man. You know what I mean? Because if you keep denying it, you're never ever gonna get better. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you feel like you gave them the game, next time don't give it to them. Next time take it. Can't be can't. I mean, for me, in my opinion, you can't say that because I mean both teams played hard, so you got to respect the other team as well too.
Yeah.
So don't ever give them anything. Lesson learned. Next time, take it. Let's see. Tommy here said that they're called HAB. I think Tommy's alluding to that the girls team. I think the lacrosse and the
okay. They're registered as HAB.
Yeah. So I think that's what Tommy said.
Okay. Cool.
Misfits. Shane. Okay. It says Shane as what you let Caleb play with him.
Oh, Caleb's got a tournament Saturday.
You know what? It's better that way, man. It's gonna be raining. Caleb doesn't want to ruin his Jordans out there.
Caleb's got a tournament with his school volleyball team that day. Tomorrow. Yeah. So
that boy stay busy. He is busy. You already input your ideas for winners. You already input your ideas for win. Tommy, you're gonna have to rephrase that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay.
Oh, did we pick? Does it mean did we pick our winners yet? Yeah, we didn't.
Oh, well, that's gonna come at the last segment. So hang with us. We're gonna pick our winners at the end. So, all right, we're all caught up. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
My storyline is the same as yours, man. You got everything. I just want to hit home. I really want to see what MDY is capable of. Will they build off the success that they had in the No Excuse tournament? So, if they take care of business like they should, we're going to start mentioning them in the conversation of teams that are going to be making threats every tournament. So I want to see that consistency from them, from tournament to tournament. So I want to see if they can make the next leap for real.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Let's go with the next questions we have here. So let's do this. Pheng, who needs the tournament win the most across the board? Which team needs the victory? Who would you say?
Let's go Fresno. Let's start with Fresno first.
Yeah.
So it's looking like they're just gonna have a men's tournament.
Right.
I think it doesn't look like Critical is on here.
Yeah.
I know Prime Time
is. They'll call something else, but yeah.
Yeah, which both we gotta hit up or Daniel.
Right.
Prime Time. I know Prime Time is probably gonna miss Raven. I think Raven's in Minnesota.
Yeah, I saw him. He's probably in Minnesota.
Yeah. So. But the team that needs to win, I would say A-Team.
Yeah.
A-Team needs that win.
To establish themselves.
Yeah.
I see in Cali that Titan came to Warsaw, so they kind of like solidified themselves as a threat. Yeah. I see Phantom doing well in Warsaw as well. Hopefully A-Team can do the same thing and compete against these teams.
And to be honest, I think A-Team is probably better than both those teams.
Okay.
I don't want to like make
if they play to their full potential.
Yeah, I don't want don't hold me to that, but I mean, they can comment on that. You know what I mean? But
I think they're more than capable. They got some pieces with them. Too. From what I've seen on YouTube, they got some pieces.
Yeah, they They definitely do. I think they need that win, just to go into next year, you know, or go into Fresno tournament, being the top team.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. Oshkosh, but women's, it's hard to say. You know what, for women's, I would just because I don't know any of these teams, and then Tommy just mentioned it's HAB. I would just like to see like a younger team win. You know what I mean? Just to kind of like
come up there.
Yeah, just to kind
establish
of
themselves.
Establish themselves and just be like, hey, we put in this hard work, and you know, maybe like we're just gonna dominate from here on out. So I want to see a young team win. I think that's the team that needs that win the most, a young team. You know what I mean? But for men's, Block Party, it's gonna have their guys.
Yeah. You know what? For men's, for Oshkosh, you know who I want to see?
You got.
Yeah. You know what? I really want to see KO reestablish themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to see. I think they need this victory just to reestablish themselves as like the alphas. That's what I want to see. Come and just dominate. So we'll just like put everything to rest. Like KO is still the team.
Yeah.
Who you thinking?
Let's see. I know Brandon, and I don't think they have anything to prove, especially if they don't come here with their full squad. Shit, half these teams. I think Black Hyenas. I want to say Black Hyenas and Team UI. I want to see them at least
Black Hyenas
in the quarterfinals. No, let's say Black Hyenas at least the top 4, and Team UI at least top 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Top 18, right?
Yeah. Okay. But in terms of like who needs to win the most, the tournament, I think the team that wins that tournament doesn't really need that win. You know what I mean? Because it, just in my honest opinion, it's probably going to be one of those teams like you mentioned, Black Party, KO, whatever, one of those Thanos teams, So, but just
stacked.
Yeah, just I really would like to see Black Hyenas go deep into the tournament. I want to see them lose to the eventual winners, and then I do want to see Team UI go to at least the quarterfinals. You know what I mean? I don't care if they lose 15-0 or whatever, at least get there. You know what I mean? So because they're young, but they've been playing for a while. You know what I mean? So they've been playing for like 3, 4, 5 years, but they're still young yet, but they got a lot of heart.
Yeah.
I would like to see them into at least the
definitely.
Definitely.
That would be. I think that would be a victory for them at this point in their career right now. I think it could get to that top 8. Then that's going to help them build for next year.
Yeah, because that was kind of like
they can be consistently like some of the top team. That's going to help them.
Yeah, especially if you have high hopes for your team, you know what I mean. You've been together for like 3, 4, 5 years. And, you gotta And yeah, and you think about it, most of these teams are not even. It's probably their first tournament together in like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So,
Right.
Minnesota.
You know what? I seen UI play. I think they just need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just need to be more consistent. You know, like they'll have like great moments, great 4 or 5 points. They just need to keep it consistent all the way throughout, and I think they'll be there because they have all the talent.
Yeah,
You know,
they definitely need to, and they can, you know, refute this or whatever, but I think JB, their lefty, he needs to get most of the sets. Honestly, like they need to like work around him. You know what I mean? Because he's the best player on the team, and you wouldn't know it by the way they play. You know what I mean? So
right?
it's like, what's the
Utilize him.
yeah? What's the point of having him? You know? And as a lefty, it's always an advantage because in Hmong Balwa, it's typically one-on-one over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if and he's your best player, so he should definitely be the focal point. You know what I mean? Point ball, out, you know, side out ball, whatever, you know. So I would definitely like to see them make that transition. Like, this is our guy, and everybody's working around him. You know what I mean? So, but Minnesota, for women's, like I said, I would like to see who needs to win. Same story. I don't know most of these teams. I would just like to see a young team win on the women's side. I know Cash is probably playing with her younger sisters, but who know? But yeah, I mean, but younger team. I would like to see if Angel can get in there and just dominate. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't see culprits or any of those, you know, veteran teams. So I would like to see. I think she needs, you know, I wouldn't say she needs to win most, but I would like to see, you know, her kind of win and kind of carry the torch, much like, you know, her sisters did. On the men's side, who needs to win most? I would say who needs to win most? Is Outlaws even registered?
I think they should be. As you can see, guys, we are really prepared, man. It is just way too.
No, I'm looking at it. I don't see
way too
Outlaws.
many teams.
I don't see Outlaws.
I think Outlaws should be there. Hold on, let me check that.
Which one?
Anybody know Outlaws signed up? Maybe.
Because I know they have a lot of players that other teams want. You get what I'm saying? And when you have that, and when you play as a team, that's like a kind of recipe.
They break up.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's why I feel like they need to win most.
Yeah.
Just to be like, we're just gonna stick together. You know what I mean? So
Andrew here said that Outlaws are not playing.
Like that?
Sure, I don't know, man. So he said they're not playing. So
okay. Then if they're not playing, I would say MDY. Yeah, I would say MDY. Just to kind of reestablish themselves. You know what I mean? And to create momentum going into like you know, the next tournament.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay. All right, let me see. Let me see who I got. Let's see. Well, man, I got all these. Okay, cool. What the hell? All right, so who needs the most? Who needs to win the most across the board? Like I said, I think KO really needs this win because they are a veteran team. I just feel like they need to reestablish their dominance. So if they can do that, it will put all the pieces together, man. You know, everyone will fall under them. So, and then for Minnesota, I believe that MDY needs to win that tournament the most. They need to establish themselves and remain consistent and let HVB know that they're not a team to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for California, on the men's side, we talk about A-team. I kind of want to see how Phantom does, you know, see if they can build off their success. I want to see how Titan does as well too. See if they could remain consistent as well too. As far as the female side in Minnesota, I kind of want to see who needs to win the most. I want to see Hype Nation. That's Cash in their team. They're young, but I know that they're well trained. You know what I mean? I want to see if they could assert themselves, and I also want to see Angel to see if she could like dominate the whole tournament like she did in Warsaw as well too. And then for the women's, for the Oshkosh, who needs to win the most? Like, there's so many new teams. I'm not sure who's what, who's where. We really need teams to write down their roster. So I'm not sure, but I do want a younger team to win as well too. And
we
just
all got bro. We all got the same names, dude.
So that's what I want to see. So should we move forward? Well, let's go to the board right here.
Oh yeah.
See if we got anything at all, man. It says, all right, let's go. Let's see. Don't forget squad. Yes, I'm not sure where squad is.
Are they playing?
Will you guys be at the Oshkosh tournament? Yes, we will be at the Oshkosh tournament, Andrew. I think I spoke to your dad. I think you guys are going to be there as well too. Hope to see you there.
Who said about squad?
Ty.
Are they even playing? Because I don't see them. I don't see them listed on the Cali.
Yeah, don't see them listed as well too. So I'm not sure where. Anybody know their team name? So I mean, if you guys can confirm it. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not sure if squad is coming or not.
Yeah.
Tommy here says block party for the win. All right, good pick, Tommy. Ma said IPA.
I think Tommy's playing with them. I think.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool, nice. And then Setter out of town. Okay, cool. I think that's it, man. Let's go. Let's go to the questions. You ready?
Yeah.
Then which team or player are you looking forward to seeing, man?
Go back to my chart here. In Cali, obviously, Phantom. And A-team. I want to see what's your name, their middle guy, Tony. I think that's his name, Tony. Okay. Yeah, I want to see him kind of. I want to see dominate. See if he can dominate. And carry that team to victory. And then Phantom, I want to see them get into like the playoffs, like top 8 or top 4 or whatever. I would like to also see who else they have on primetime. I know they're rebuilding, but you know, that's kind of like a household name, so I kind of want to see.
I'm guessing they're gonna mix like some of the old school players with some of the new school, and until like the new school players could establish themselves, and these older guys they could like sit back and let the young guys do their thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I know maximum effort. I know I think they're pretty good too, I think. So yeah, I mean those teams. I mean, obviously, I kind of want to see all those teams. You know, even Titan. You know,
right.
Want to see if they can, you know, kind of establish themselves there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Kindle that magic they had.
Yeah. So, Oshkosh. women's, like I said, any young team. Men's, I want to see. Yeah, man. I want to see how Brandon and them do. I want to see obviously UI. Yeah, I mean all these other teams, I no idea. You know, but yeah, those two teams. I want to see if Brandon and them can like. I don't know who they're bringing, so I don't know how to judge them.
Right.
But I always want to see how UI does, how they how they kind of grow. So,
Okay.
but I'm a fan of every team, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Minnesota. I think like I said before, I kind of want to see how if Angel plays, how she does, and I kind of want to see Nova play and how they do. I think they've been stagnant for the past few tournaments, so I want to see them if they can kind of take that next step. On the men's side, I want to see. I want to see. I really want to see Justin and Shinobi on MDY. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously the MDY team, so. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I agree with you, man. The MDY, that's a team that I want to see as well too. Just them trying to assert themselves as the elites, so as some of the top tier teams. So I want to see them, and hopefully, their main player Justin and Shinobi and them, they can, put their feet down and take over the team. I think it's time,
Yeah.
So, as far as the females across the board, I want to see Hype Nation. I want to see what they got. I know that they're probably young based off of what Cash informed us with, but they're young, but it seems like they're well coached because they're from Hype Nation. So I want to see that as well too. And I also want to see from the women's side, I want to see Kaz team, and I know that Cindy said they were gonna run together. So
that's true.
Yeah,
it's true. I don't know if they're playing in Wisconsin or Minnesota. I don't.
I think they're gonna be rolling in Minnesota.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be playing. I believe Gail is playing with them too. So man, what the hell are we doing whenever we do these interviews, man? Are we sleeping half the time?
That's true.
They told us all this stuff, but we just like forget.
We should have had them on, like Gail or Cash on to kind of speak on the one side. Yeah.
Yes. So I believe they're all gonna play together, and I kind of want to see them.
That's dope.
What they got.
Yeah.
So they're pretty stacked too. So that's kind of what I want to see. Okay, cool. You ready? Let's move on to the next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this, man. Did that Cali sweep in Warsaw wake up the Midwest? Did it affect the Midwest in a good way?
It's hard to say.
Well, okay. Well, hey, you went to that no excuse tournament. The purpose of that no excuse tournament was to get that bad taste out of everyone's mouths, man. Did you think that people improve and they did their thing out there? I know the weather was kind of bad, but
I know MDY definitely showed showed that they that they're coming for it. You know what I mean? Rob's team with Yilang, I think it was Yilang Hua, Cool Setting, Andrew. I don't know how I feel about that team. I mean, I'm a fan of all the players, but yeah, I was like, because I'm a fan of, like, if you put that team together, I would like that team to just stay together for, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm a fan of, like just putting in the work together and winning together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
definitely.
But being that they're not even gonna play Labor Day together,
right?
I don't know. For me, I was like, I wasn't really rooting for them. You know what I mean? Just to be honest, I was like, oh yeah, but are they even gonna play together? I don't know. I'm a fan of MDY because I know they're gonna play together. You know what I mean? Honestly,
Right.
you know what I mean? So, and Outlaws, I was like, man, because they're gonna play together. Like, man, I want to watch them. But those guys, like, I don't know if they're gonna play together. So
like in the near future.
Yeah, I don't really want to invest. I
really want to see them play together this tournament for sure. Take the show on the road, per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but regardless, did Cali, the sweep in Wausau create an effect?
Hell yeah! Don't you see the Cali Slayer team? That's the main purpose.
I think Rob had more. I think Rob had more of an effect.
Yeah, right.
Be honest.
Yeah, I think it was Rob was pulling for it, but he's very passionate, and there is some truth in it. Like, it is kind of quote unquote like an embarrassment. I mean, I wouldn't say it's an embarrassment. It's like, congratulations, we need some work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, in the same breath, he's saying, like, when they went to Cali and they put a super team together, they whooped them, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here. So it's kind of like, in the same breath, he's like, y'all should, we played as a team, and that's how we won. And in the same breath, he's like, well, I got to put this team together. And then, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
that's just all respect to the, I guess, the California volleyball, because I mean, say what you want to say. You can pick either side. You can stay on each side, but the results are the results. So until some changes, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, I think it definitely. I see it in MDY. I do. Anybody else? I don't. I think because just Hoa and Yilang, they have nothing to prove, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Whether Kelly comes in, whoop them or not, it doesn't matter to them. I mean, they got nothing to prove, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Hova and like Yilang and them, they could like not win for the rest of their career.
Yeah.
They'll still be like Hall of Fame players.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're cemented their thing because they won with an all Hmong team.
Yeah.
And they won with a mixed team. So man, it doesn't matter. You could, those guys are like cemented already. So
the burden,
their legacy is not going to be tarnished.
The burden is not on them. You know what I mean? So that's why the Cali Slayer team, like, cool, same thing. It's like, you got nothing to prove. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the other guys,
You know what? They probably have more to lose if they go out there. But I would also like to see Hova and Yilang go out to Cali and like just like cement their like history. You know what I mean? Because they never went to, or they went there, but they never won there. If they could go there, win it, they'll be like regarded as that, like, you cannot like mess with them. You know what I mean? That would be an incentive.
I don't think they need that.
I mean, they don't need it because they won the J4s and everything.
Yeah.
They don't need it. But if they can go out there in Cali and win the Fresno New Year, man, it's over. It is over, man. Like, first ballot right there. Top 5.
I think that they're already. I don't think they need. I think they went that one year. I think they lost to Raven, and that's nothing to sneeze at. So you know what I mean? Like,
but like you said, don't get us wrong. Those 2 guys, first ballot already, man. Like they don't really have nothing to prove. Been there, done that. They're great players. They're still great.
Because when you play a sport that's very unique like ours, you're spending the time away from your family.
Yeah.
If you're telling me I got nothing to prove, I'm just going out here and whooping on dudes, I don't like. I would like. I don't know. I just think that Cali Slayer team, they have a lot of guys that got nothing to prove. You know what I mean? So like they're just going. Like I'm not gonna speak for them, but I mean, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this, but I just feel like they have. I just feel like Cali Slayer team, like you got to have guys that have something to prove. You know what I mean? These guys have nothing to prove. You know, the core of your team has nothing to prove. But MDY definitely. I think it kind of woke them up. Definitely. You know, being that Cali won, being that they lost. I think they lost to the Wisconsin team, right? To Koa and Nung and them in the quarterfinals. Yeah, so I think they have something to prove, and I think it definitely affected them. And then plus, you know, Rob calling out, you know, Outlaws, MDY, you know, this and that. But yeah, them definitely. I would say, yeah.
Sure. Let's
that's like you know, that's like a long-winded answer. I think
you were searching for something, man.
I think
you were really searching.
I think our audience has just got to come to terms that I have long-winded answers.
I don't think you drink enough yet, man. Okay, Tommy says, rumor has a squad is playing in Wisconsin as Chirac. However you say that.
Okay.
Cloud9 did some work. Yeah, did you see Cloud9 on the list anywhere?
Sure. Unless they registered later.
Under something else? Okay. Want to see Cloud9 too. Cloud9 is one of those teams like
true. I probably didn't see them. That's why.
Yeah. Cloud9 is one of those teams like MDY. If they could like establish themselves.
Definitely. Man. Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
And then
what do you think?
Sure. What was the question again? Let's go back.
Cali
did the Cali sweep wake everybody up? I think so. I think it kind of woke
in the Midwest.
People were. It just made them more aware that there's legacy on the line, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's people are playing, and you kind of want to establish yourself as the dominant team. Because I feel right now in the Midwest, it's kind of up for grabs. You know what I mean? Because I know that Hova and Elaine, they're great players, but they're on the tail end of their careers. So right now, the Midwest is kind of like up for grabs. Who's gonna like take it? Who's gonna like carry the torch and be dominant? You know what I mean? But you know, I say that, but Elaine and Hova probably say otherwise. Like, man, we're not at the tail end of our careers, man. We're just in the middle of it. You know?
Yeah.
They've been doing it for so long, but I kind of want to, you know, that's what I kind of want to see. You know what I mean? It just woke everybody up, and I want to see who's going to establish themselves and you got a team like MDY who are going to step up. So along with many other teams as well too. So, and it sure helps if we talk about it and we stir stuff up too, man. It's all for the good.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not like if as long as we keep it volleyball, keep it volleyball, keep it respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I stir it up, get people going, train harder, play harder.
Do we stir it up? I guess I don't see it from
I don't think we stir anything up, man. We just speak the fact. It's somebody else, man.
I guess I'm just drinking and talking. But
right?
Yeah,
I mean, here, let's read some more of these comments. So that's my opinion on that, man.
Yeah.
So, let's see. We have Thusu here. What's up, Thusu? We will have our first finals MVP award this weekend in Fresno. All right.
Are they playing or what? What the hell?
Yeah, are you guys playing? Answer that. Nice to have that, man. Recognize individual talent. Players that stick out for sure. Rob here says, my ears are red. Is someone talking about me? No, about you.
No, somebody smacked you over the head. No, I smacked you over the head. God damn it.
That was a panda hit you, dude. Panda smacked you with it. Say, Roger said, I don't believe so. There's an A team that signed up to play. Okay, so I think they're distinguishing between A team, which is like the number 18, and a team like
I specifically spoke about Fresno tournament and saying that A team was the team that I in my opinion thought needed that win the most.
But I think they're talking about there's two A teams. There's one that signed up in Oshkosh and one in California. But the A team in California, there's like A team. The A team, like
there's two A teams.
Yeah. Okay. I think the other team is a team, like
they just trolling.
That's a team. He passes. So then Sean here said, don't be shy. We like honesty. Get the guys going.
Said that? Who said that?
Sean Peng.
Oh, okay.
Sean Peng. So
just don't delete stuff on Hmong volleyball community, like Rob going off on little kids and stuff. Rob going off on dudes that are half his age.
No, man. Rob, you're all good, man. Friend of the show. But here we go. You ready for the last segment? We're on the last segment.
Yeah.
All right. Here's where we pick all of our winners. We'll see if any of these, if you guys are betting people, man, here we go. Right here. We're going to pick all of our winners just based off of what we know.
What do we know? That's the question. Shit. That's a harder question than
Not much.
Not much. God damn it. Jesus.
But hey, you managed to pick a winner last time, man.
That is all luck. I would rather be lucky than good. So Rob winners fighting. What?
Rob said Rob, stop fighting, man. Rob said he wants to fight.
Fight? Who are you fighting?
Rob always in fighting mode. All right.
I gave him a hug, man. Should have gave him a hug when I was over there.
We're on hugs now, bro. All right, Peng. Why don't you pick your winners for the Fresno men's? I mean, across the board for all the men's and then all the ladies as well too.
Okay, so I'll start with Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
Fresno que cuyo tua. I got 18.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
I'm gonna pick 18 for Fresno.
Right.
Since it doesn't look like they're gonna have women's, I'll move on to the Wisconsin. Wisconsin. It's gonna be a long-winded answer here. Sit on the fence here a little bit. Brandon and them, I don't know who he's bringing. I wouldn't be surprised if they win, but if I had to pick, Fate of the World Online. I got Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala. The fate of the world's on the line. That beam is shining on your head, dude. Who are you gonna pick?
I got.
This dude. See what happened when you go vegan? You lose your memory, dude.
I do. I'm stuck in between Block Party and KO. I'll come back to that.
Okay.
Women's side. Women's side. Eeny, miny, miny, mo.
Let's see who's on the women's side.
Eclipse, Hitless. I don't know any of these teams. I'll go. Archipao. I go HAB. I just to say I would like to see them win. Younger team. I mean a great deal for one Wisconsin volleyball. So
yeah.
Men's side. Should I pick Nung or Yilang?
Fate of the world on the line.
Fate of the world online. Nung or Yilang? I got.
This is gonna pick Andre Iguodala.
No, I'll pick KO. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, KO and HEB for women's. Okay. And then for the women's side on Minnesota. Who's that team? What's that team that you think they what do you think they're named? with Gail and Ka and all those guys, all those ladies.
For the women's in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Whoever Ka's playing with, that's the team.
yeah, Ka's team. Ka's team. I'd say that.
So for sure. Whoever Ka and I think it's Ka's team. Whoever Ka's rolling with, that's who I'm picking, man. With the fate of the world on the line. Come on, dude.
Yeah. And men's side, I know Raven's probably gonna come here, play with Koo. And
I wonder who Koo and them are running with, man. Like,
probably with
Raven and Sean.
Yeah, Raven, Sean, and Sean and
I wonder who's filling. Probably half of the Cali Slayer team.
Yeah, probably.
Like half of them, huh?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I would go with MDY. Yeah.
Dude, man, were you looking at my sheet, dude? This guy calculate everything.
No, you look at my sheet. Remember? That's what he said.
He's looking over my shoulder, man.
Whatever you say, I'm gonna say. So I could be
hand
right.
In the same people. We're gonna hand in the same paper and both get zeros. Like high school all over again.
What are your picks?
Did you pick California yet? You did, right? You good? Oh, I think you did. All right, I'll roll with it. Good. For me, here's who I'm rolling with. For men's, for Fresno, for men's, I'm gonna choose Titan. I believe Titan is going to win. They're going to carry the same momentum that they had. Well, it all depends on who they show up with as well, too. But I believe Titan will still establish their dominance. But I also want to see a team win the tournament as well, too, and establish themselves as well, too. So And then for Minnesota, for men's, I agree with Payne. I kind of want MDY to win. Not that I want them to win, but I think they have the best shot at winning. I hope that they could carry the momentum from the No Excuse tournament last weekend and carry it over to this tournament. I'm not sure how the weather is going to play out in Minnesota. I know that it's going to be raining tomorrow in Oshkosh, so it's going to be a little wet. I mean, for the past 3 tournaments, it's been like that. So I think Minnesota, MDY will win it. So Titan is spilling into 2 teams to play. Oh, I didn't know that, Ty. Holy cow. Titan. So, shoot, I didn't know Titan is. Well, thanks for the information. I'm going to switch my pick now. So if it's not Titan, I want 18 to win. I'm not sure who Primetime is bringing, though. So it all depends on Primetime as well, too. But I know Primetime, like Peng said, they're kind of rebuilding right now. So, not sure who are the main players right now.
Primetime has probably got Ty. I know they got a lefty.
Okay.
A lefty that's so pretty decent.
So like the veteran guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they still got that aura about them. You know what I mean? If they show up, then they're a threat. You know what I mean? So you never know.
Yeah, it only works until it doesn't work. So you know what I mean? Like, we're in this court, and you know what I mean? Like, it only works until it doesn't, so.
Yeah, but I still see some of those guys, man, they still ball out. I know.
Oh, yeah. Much respect to them.
Yeah.
Much respect to them.
Yeah, Ty just said Titan will be stacked on both teams. Oh, snap, man. I want to see. I didn't know they were rolling with 2 teams, man. Hopefully, hey, that means the odds are even better, man.
No, shoot.
So,
and then
for Oshkosh, for the men's, I'm gonna pick KO as well too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're gonna be stacked. They still got the 2 best, I believe, in my opinion, the 2 best Hmong players in Hova and Yileng on one team. So, and it all depends on some of their pieces as well too. And I know that's probably the last tournament before the fall hits. I know they're gonna come stacked, man. So I think they'll win as well too. Hopefully, it's either between them and Block Party, man. So I'm not sure who squad is bringing, but I got either KO or Block Party, so I'm rolling with KO. So, and then on the female side in Minnesota, again, I'm rolling with Ka, one of the best female players to ever play the game. So, and she's still on top of her game. So, again, I'm not sure how weather is playing, but she seems to have all the shots and she can control the game, man. Once she's in there, she can control the whole momentum and control all the game, man. So I got her and her squad. And then for Oshkosh, I'm not sure who's in Oshkosh, but I do want that young team to win. That young team that beat Dead Presidents in Wausau, just based off of what the information that was shared with us, they seem like they are pretty good as well too. Hopefully they could build off of that. So those are my pick. So, and I think that's it, man.
You're gonna put something online for your picks, dude?
Let's do it, man. What you want?
I don't know. We basically got the same picks except for president, I
think. It's like we do have the same pick, man, except for probably like I got Titan. You got who did you got?
I got 18.
Okay, I think that's about it. That's the only thing that we're different with, man. We probably got to bet on that then.
Yeah.
But we're live, man. Put something on it, dude. We'll do like a shotgun beer or something, man. Live.
Yeah.
We'll do a shotgun live or a chug, man, live. But you can't just bring a can over and just chug it. You gotta have it, open it crisp, and then down it, dude.
Dude, you get it.
But what if both of us didn't pick anything? Then we both do it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man, that's it. I mean, like I said, you want to preview what we got coming up?
Yeah, let's do that. So we have on the 19th, we have the flag football guys. We're gonna get them on our program as well too. So we have Kova from Villagers and A from Villagers as well too. If you're familiar with the Hmong flag football, Villagers are one of the top team in Wisconsin. They still are. I believe Kova, he's like a veteran. He's like an all-time great at quarterback. So one of the main position. In the A, he's a defensive player as well too. So we got that on the 19th for the Hmong flag football nation. So we're excited about that. We also have on the 11th, September 11th, we also have 3 young Hmong student athletes. We have Caleb Shung, which is Pheng's oldest son. Pheng, this guy right here, his oldest son.
It's my favorite son. He's my only son.
Yeah, it's Pheng's son. He's going to be on as well too. Talk about his athletic career, how he deals with school as well too. He's one of the top students at his school as well too, and life in general. He also works as well too, so he's juggling all this stuff as well too. And then we have Caden Young from West Bend. That's around the Milwaukee area. Regarded as one of the top players at her school. So
I think she's probably
beast, man.
She's probably D1 prospect.
Yeah, she led her team in steals and I believe points in one of the profile that they showed. So she is a beast. She's super fast, super quick, great instinct. It looks like. And then we have Reyes Vang. That's Sean Vang from Primetime's son. So he's playing at D2 at Fresno Pacific University. So he's a freshman as well too. So he's going to be starting his career over there as well too. So we got these 3 young athletes who are going to speak a little about our title said balancing life, academics, and sports. So they're going to be speaking a little bit about that, shedding some light for our viewers and some of our parents out there. For some of our parents who have younger kids who has aspiration of their kids becoming an athletic or a student athlete. So we have that coming up. We also have Midwest Express. So we're getting them on as well too. So they already confirmed. We just need to confirm who's going to come on, and we'll put out a flyer. We'll get out the date as well too. So we have them coming on. Midwest Express, one of the top teams during the 2010s, and kind of later, like the 2008 until the mid 2015s or whatever. So they're going to be on as well to talk about their long career and their run during that time, because they were pretty dominant during that time. So we're talking about 2 J4s. We're talking about 7 consecutive Metrodome wins. We're talking about Sacramento. We're talking about Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, and a whole bunch of Memorial Days and Labor Days and all this kind of stuff. So they were dominant for a long time. So they're going to be coming on as well too. So that's what we got coming up.
And then also potentially on September 13th or 14th, we potentially have Tai Vang, right? Tai Vang and his family. I think he's got like 3 daughters, I think. 3 or 4, one of those. They're a Canadian family, and all their daughters are top-notch players. I think I've seen I think not his oldest, but I think one of his oldest actually play Hmong volleyball a few times, and we're gonna potentially have them on. They just have to confirm yet, but the September 13th or 14th, we're gonna profile kind of their family and see what they're doing in Canada and see what they're eating, man. What the hell, you know what I mean?
Sure,
you gotta share that with the rest of us folks down here.
For sure. That's like a family of volleyball players as well too. So we want to get their insight as well too, man. That's unique because they're from Canada. I wonder how things are ran upstairs in Canada. It's not known for their volleyball programs and and all that kind of stuff, man. So want to see what's Canada is about too. So we got for the next 2-3 weeks, we're going to be filled. Again, thank you guys so much. We reached 1K. Never did we ever think that we were going to reach 1K. We thought like we're just talking to some of our friends, and we made so many viewers, or so many viewers has tuned in, and
that's the thing why I worried is like, because I ain't got no friends. I was like, man, what the hell? What we gonna go off on?
But we just want to thank all of our supporters and all of our guests for being the life to our party, man. If it was just me and Pheng just chilling here, we'd just be like, okay, cool, whatever. You guys come on and you guys bring us energy, and you guys turn the party up when you guys come and view your questions, our guests that come on. So you guys are the life to our party, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. And I don't know, Will, if you mentioned this in because we have 1,000 followers, I think we're looking into doing a giveaway
we're going to do a giveaway. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to establish something. We're going to do a giveaways. We're going to ask for some sponsorship and give some stuff away to our viewers. So check that out as well too. I'll post it up. We'll make a quick video, announce what you got to do. It's super simple. So after we'll give it a week or so. We'll draw, probably have a couple winners, and then we'll just jot down some of your information. We'll send your gift out to you. So just for supporting us and all listening to our rants, I guess.
So before we leave, just good luck to all the competitors. Football, soccer, volleyball, basketball, whatever.
Yes.
The Lou, everything. So good luck to all the competitors. I have to say I don't really miss it. You know what I mean?
Restless, man. It's restless. You can't
I was there last week at a Rob's tournament, and I was like, what the hell am I doing here, man? I hate this shit. But
your time has passed.
Yeah, good luck to all you young bucks, man. Make a name for yourself, man. You know what I mean? These tournaments don't take for granted, There's only like probably 2-3 big tournaments that come along, every summer or every year, So get out there, bust your ass, and we're definitely shout you guys out and try to make it a bigger deal than what you think it is. You know what I mean? So
for sure, man. That's one of the things too. I think that a lot of our athletes who play these tournaments, they go unrecognized. Well, their community recognizes them, but from people outside to have a show about them and highlight them, that's what we want to do. And like you said, Pheng, I think you said this in the past, you want to make them a celebrity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which they should be. They should be honored, in that way. So
yeah, definitely. Because if you think about it, man, you guys, you got guys like Bob and Chandler, who has been, playing like D1 club volleyball, and you get a bunch of park players that can compete with them, man. That says a lot, man. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. It says a lot. You got skills, you got talent, man. So it says a lot about, your dedication to the sport, and you're able to just play at the park and still compete with guys that are playing at a collegiate level, so it says a lot about our sport. It says a lot about our athletes, and we definitely want to shine a light on that, so
for sure.
I truly hope we're doing that. Other than me drinking beer, I hope that we're I mean, and it's just unfortunate I'm not as articulate as Will is. If we can find somebody who's a little bit more better at this, it would definitely
You know what? Hey,
People-
viewers, one day we'll share the story how this whole thing got started. Anyways, man, you know.
Honestly, all I'm saying is people will probably take this platform a little bit more seriously. Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
just
know,
they,
one
it's
day
just they
we'll share
come
the story
on.
how this whole thing got started. We'll just,
It's
I
just
don't
they
even know
come
what
on
we're
here,
gonna.
they see one drunk guy and one guy that's being not dead serious about everything. I'm just they're probably like, oh my god, this is a joke.
So,
But
I
yeah,
mean, it is what
definitely.
it is.
Yeah.
Cross-court conversations. You know, make sure you guys follow us, share with your friends. No, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, we're neither great at playing sports or we're neither, you know, whatever. But
Yeah.
we respect the game and we honor the game and we honor the hard work and dedication that goes into it, which is something that you guys, the athletes, do. So we appreciate that.
And
so,
most importantly, man, we're a fan of all of you guys. So
exactly.
yeah.
So let's go. Good
Till
luck.
next episode.
May the best team win.